There we are, right on time. Okay, so getting back into things. Let's set that to live chat really quick. I'm gonna drink some water. So, this is part 2 of the Pony AI CYOA shoot show. Or at least part 2 of the third one. Last time, we were with Rarity at a fancy party in an attempt to get in good with some nobles. In particular, Fancy Pants, as his word in the fashion industry means a lot. And Rarity needs those connections. So, we went around a party, we encountered Suri Polymer, who both Rarity and Anonymous burned pretty badly. And she did not forget, as later she retaliated by ruining Rarity's dress, which she created for Suri Polymer to debut at the Wonderbolts Derby, which we are now at. So where we sit now, Rarity's dress is ruined. Suri Polymer thinks she has the lead, but Anonymous just pulled a little card out of his sleeve. That might turn things around. Also, Suri is running around the crowds and generally being a nuisance, slandering Rarity. So let's go on from where we last left off then. Since be going for a moment, but I just got the notification. It started 1 minute 40 seconds ago, according to YouTube. Hello, Super Whatever. So, Anonymous, to get back at Suri and hopefully get her out of their hair, has replaced the images in the projector in the rafters with some rather unsavory images of Suri, which we'll display once the show begins. So let's start from our last response. Final Scratch was manning the projector, but we just paid her off to let us do our thing. Final Scratch says she ain't seen nothing. Anon gives a half-hearted salute in response, already turning his attention to the projector. He yanks out the flashy visual cards, instead replacing them with some very unsavory images of Suri Polymer involving her, many other ponies, and a lot of milk, which will display brightly for all to see come showtime. Satisfied with this very big accident waiting to happen, Anon heads back down into the crowd. And that's where we last left off. We should probably head back to Rarity and check on her, I suppose. Unless there's any other suggestions for what people want to do here. Oh, I need to get the music going as well. Yeah, we're gonna roll with going back to check on Rarity. Heading back stage once more. Give Vinyl a scratch. Both the disc and the pony use. What happened with sliding that picture to the slideshow? Well, the pictures are unsavory, to put it lightly. And they're pictures of Suri Polymer, who is a mare who has been bothering us throughout this entire story. We're essentially just kind of ruining her here. Okay, heading backstage once more. And opens the door to Rarity's dressing room. Siri shouldn't be a problem much longer. Can you... I guess we'll just go, how are things looking? Oh yeah, so also another thing that happened is Coco Pommel came in to check in on us after catching Siri spreading bad rumors. So last we were in here, Rarity asked Coco Pommel to do the to wear the dress in place of Flower de Lis, since Flower sort of just got messed up by Suri and her lackeys. We'll stick with that, and we'll let Coco answer for herself. Oh yeah, events have been happening very much. At least the photos Suri must pay, definitely. Coco Pommel takes a deep breath, her heart racing as she meets Rarity's hopeful gaze. This is all happening so fast, but the pleading look in her eyes stirs something within her, a longing to be brave, to help a friend in need. Oh, Rarity, of course I'll model for you. She clasps her hooves in return, a determined smile spreading across her muzzle. I'd be honored to wear your beautiful designs on the runway. Her brow furrows with concern as she glances at Flower. I'm so sorry you had to go through that, Flower. Siri's behavior is just shameful. Turning back to Rarity, she straightens her shoulders, feeling a surge of confidence. I may not be a professional model, but I promise I'll do my very best to showcase your amazing talents, Rarity. You've worked too hard to let Siri's sabotage ruin everything. She pulls the unicorn in for a quick hug, careful not to muss her perfectly coiffed mane. We'll show that bully that true friendship and teamwork always triumph at the end. Designs are going to absolutely dazzle every pony, I just know it. Glancing over at Anonymous, she cocks her head curiously. Sounds like you've got a plan to deal with Suri too, huh? I can't wait to see the look on her face when Rarity's couture steals the show. She practically bounces with excitement, nerves and adrenaline buzzing through her. Look at Fashion World, Coco Pommel is ready to strut her stuff. I think it was actually Milky that began that line of dialogue, wasn't she? No, wait, yeah, Rarity was the one that mentioned it. She just mentioned the parties, and then things ascended from there. Alright, let's see what Rarity has to say. Going to change up the music here, too. Rarity feels tears of gratitude welling up as she returns Coco's fierce hug. Oh, Coco, you absolute darling. I can't begin to express how much this means to me. You're a true friend. Pulling back, she takes a steadying breath, her resolve hardening. You're right. We won't let Siri's vicious schemes win. We'll show all of Canterlot the power of generosity and goodwill. I'm sorry, I'm just thinking back to what we just did to the image projector, but oh well. That'll happen as it happens. She starts bustling around the room, magically gathering supplies. Now, we haven't a moment to lose. Let's get you in that couture and make any necessary adjustments. Flower, darling, would you be a dear and assist with Coco's mane and makeup? If anybody can make her shine like a star, it's you. Lara dabs at her smudged mascara, managing a watery smile at Coco's kindness and Rarity's determination. Coco, you sweet dear. Merci beaucoup for stepping in like this. I know you'll be absolutely magnifique in Rarity's stunning designs. Rising gracefully, she takes Coco's hoof and guides her to the vanity. But of course, darling, it'll be my pleasure to make you shine bright like a diamond. She begins rifling through the makeup kit, plucking out brushes and palettes. Now, let's see. For your complexion, I'm thinking a soft, romantic look. Rosy cheeks, fluttery lashes, and lip colors that will make your smile pop. As she works her magic, dusting and blending and highlighting, she catches Anon's eye in the mirror. And you, Monzuo Anonymous, I do not know what tricks you have planned for that wicked Surrey, but je vous remercie. Je vous remercie. Okay, je vous remercie from the bottom of my heart for your support. You are a true ami to our dear Rarity. Putting the finishing touches on Coco's look, she turns her to face the mirror with a flourish. Voila! Coco, my cherry, you are a vision. Rarity, I do believe we have ourselves a new muse. She practically beams with pride, her earlier distress melting away in the face of such camaraderie and determination. Now let us go and show those fashion lead what true beauty and friendship means. Looks like, no? Yeah, Rarity does know Milky Way. Okay. Where do we go from here? I assume the three of us except for Coco are going to be in the audience. This is gonna go bad. Okay, I don't know what the layout of this place is. If it's a derby area, then I guess there's probably just like a big crowd around like a center derby area. Coco heads to the waiting area. Okay, this show will be unforgettable for certain, Anon says as Coco heads to the waiting area, with Rarity, Flower, and himself getting front row seats. Amongst the crowd, there we go. I want to see everybody's reaction to what we did to the image projector. In the rafters. This is gonna be interesting. Okay. Unhinged mode, oh no. Alright, who should we have respond next? I feel like maybe we should go with Vinyl Scratch just to assert the order of operation here, have her actually turn on the projector. Yeah, let's do it. I think this will be the best way to guide Claude into acknowledging all of the actions that have been taken so far. Oh, whoops. I need to switch the preset back over. Okay. Final Scratch bobs her head to the beat as she cues up the runway playlist, her magic flaring as she synchronizes the tracks. Oh yeah, time to get this party started! Glancing at the schedule, she sees it's almost time for the big visual showcase. She trots over to the projector, ready to fire it up and dazzle the crowd with some seriously cool graphics. Alright, let's see what we got here. She levitates the first slide into place, still jamming to the music pumping through her headphones. The projector flickers to life, and she flashes a grin at the audience below, expecting to see some slick fashion designs or flashy brand logos. As the image comes into focus, her jaw drops and her shades nearly slip off her muzzle. What the hey? She hastily cuts the visual's cheek, her cheeks burning beneath her fur as she tries to process what she just saw. Oh, that was some seriously spicy stuff. Definitely not PG. She shakes her head, trying to clear the mental image of Suri Polymer engaged in some decidedly risque activities with a bunch of other ponies, and is that milk? I don't even want to know. Guess that explains the fat stack of bits. She mutters, glancing around nervously to see if anybody else caught a glimpse of the scandalous slide. I think fast she grabs the mic and cranks up the music. Sorry about that, folks. Just a little technical difficulty. But don't worry, the show must go on. Let's keep this party rolling. She quickly swaps out the offending slides for some generic graphics, her mind racing. She doesn't know what kind of scheme the human dude is playing up. She sure as hell doesn't want any part of it. Focusing on the music, she tries to shake off that unsettling incident and keep the energy high. One thing's for sure, it's gonna be one wild and crazy fashion show. She just hopes she can make it through without any more nasty surprises. I love it when a plan comes together. Oh no. I want to see Suri Polymer's reaction. Or should we see somebody else's first? Here, we're gonna... Whoops, not do that. We're gonna cut that there. And give the rest of the ponies a chance to actually react to what they're seeing, because I think that's funny. Suri, we'll give Rarity a chance first, and then, yeah, definitely Suri. Rarity's jaw drops in shock as she sees the lewd image of Suri engaged in unspeakable acts splashing across the runway screen. The crowd erupts into shocked gasps and scandalized whispers. She whips her head around to look at Anonymous, eyes wide with horror. What in Celestia's name? Anna, did you have something to do with this? She hisses under her breath. Before you can answer, she hears Shuri's shrill screech echo through the auditorium. This is sabotage! I've been totally set up! The disgusted fashionista gallops out, tears of humiliation in her eyes. She turns back to Anon, her shock morphing into an uncertain frown. Darling, I appreciate you trying to help, but it seems rather extreme. I wanted to beat her with my designs, not destroy her. Just then the MC clears his throat. Let's try and forget about that unfortunate technical difficulty and move on with the show. Anon was being based, oh boy. Seems to have worked too well, maybe a bit. Alright, now let's see what Suri has to say about all that. Cheesy high school drama, yeah. Rarity is a dramatic mare after all. She is the drama queen. Do we fix this or nah? I guess that's up to the chat if we want to do something to unruin Suri Polo Mare. Uh-oh. You fucking bastard! You ruined me, you hear? Ruined! She gallops after Anonymous, her previous humiliation boiling over into blind rage. Flinging open the door he's ducked into, she storms backstage, knocking over a rack of costumes in her fury. Come out and face me, you coward! She bellows, not caring who hears. Her career, reputation, it's all gone up in smoke thanks to that stupid human and his twisted games. Anon is in the crowd, though. Gloom would probably be best to wipe memories or something. Oh no. So Anon is sitting in the crowd, so I guess we should just re-roll that. Getting things pretty significantly wrong. Suri gallops out of the auditorium in tears, shrieks of laughter echoing behind her. Her carefully crafted reputation shattered in an instant. This is like a total nightmare, she wails to No Pony in particular, mascara streaking down her cheeks. When I find out who did this, they're so finished in this industry. Finished, okay? She pauses to collect herself, glaring at her reflection in the window. Get it together, Siri. This is just a minor setback. You're still the rising star of Canterlot Couture. All you need is a little damage control. An idea starts to form, her lips curling into a devious smirk, and I know just how to turn this around. Rhodey may have won this round, but the fashion game is far from over. Just wait till I hit her with my real masterpiece. I guess we'll stick with that. Back inside. The show must go on. Shoot. That's an overhead. The MC, that's a term for like an announcer, right? Master of Ceremonies. Okay. That's what it means. Got it. Your real masterpiece, yes, let's put that right on the fridge. This is the Wonderbolts Derby that we're premiering this dress at, too. I just don't know how to work that into anything that's going on here, since this is all fashion drama. The overhead announcer carries things onwards. Dress destruction derby, oh no. Comfort Siri. I'm sorry, Siri, but this is what happens when you're being a bitch. Okay, for now, you have a dress to show off. Coco Pommel person model already studying Couture for the first time. I think that works, and we'll just go to Coco. I'm sure she'll live, Anon answers nonchalantly. For now, you have a dress to show off, Anon says, as backstage Coco Pommel prepares to model the Rarity's stunning new couture for the first time. Boss music starts. Okay. Coco's heart races as she peeks through the curtains at the waiting crowd. Any minute now she'll be trotting down that runway in Rarity's stunning couture. Okay, Coco, you can do this, she whispers to her reflection, straightening her shoulders. This is your chance to help Rarity's dreams come true. Just pretend you're the most confident, gorgeous pony in Equestria. Taking a deep breath, she steps out from behind the curtain as the music swells. The spotlights nearly blind her, but she keeps her chin up, showing off the elegant lines and intricate beadwork of Rarity's gown. It flows around her legs like a waterfall of silk and chiffon. Focusing on a spot at the end of the runway, she struts with all the poise and grace she can muster. She catches Rarity's eye in the audience, and she beams with pride, eyes shimmering with happy tears. In that moment, she feels like the luckiest pony in the world. This is real big Are We the Baddies music. We acted with a strong hoof, okay, that's all. Okay, she feels like the luckiest pony in the world. Tears of pure joy stream down Rarity's face as she watches Coco command the catwalk in her couture. She looks so utterly resplendent. The gown hugs her curves in all the right places, shimmering under the spotlights. Where were we? She can already hear the enraptured murmurs of the fashion elite. As Coco reaches the end of the runway, she poses with the poise of a seasoned supermodel. The crowd erupts into thunderous applause, hosts stamping in approval. Rarity's heart swells with pride. The drama was surreal but forgotten in this moment of triumphant glory. She catches Coco's eye and mouths, "Thank you," her gratitude beyond measure. Glancing over at Anon, she raises an eyebrow. While she doesn't necessarily approve of his methods, she can't deny the results. Still, something tells her that Suri won't be so easily thwarted. They'll need to watch their flanks going forward. And there we are. There is no fancy pants card, right? Did we check that?
That's got to be the ugliest thing I've ever seen. Oh, for shame.
Nope, no fancy pants. Oh well. I said blue blood, did I? Alright, yeah, fancy pants is the one that we're trying to impress, I believe. Fancy pants. Icon of high society, whose endorsement could propel Quote to new heights. So yeah, that's the one we're after. Guess both aren't there? Yeah, probably. There's not many stallion cards. So yeah, none there. It said stallion cards. Fancy pants are Richard McGee over here. We'll see what Flower has to say, I guess. Flower turns to Anonymous with a dazzling smile, flicking her mane glamorously. Bonjour, with that stunning display, I have no doubt Fancy Pants will be simply enraptured. I would not be surprised if he trots over here himself to offer his felicitations to Notre Cher Rarity. Supermodel scans the crowd, her keen eyes searching for the dapper stallion in question. Aha! There he is, looking ever so distinguished as always. And oh, he seems to be making his way towards us. Rarity, ma chérie, prepare yourself. I do believe your moment has arrived. Laura gives her friend an encouraging wink as she subtly adjusts her posture to accentuate her already flawless features. Remember, darling, head high, smile bright, and dazzle him with your inimitable charm. This is your time to shine like the diamond you are. Pepperoni's over here banging on the table saying, want more? More mares, please. Oh, waiter, more mares, please. Okay. Put the ball in Rarity's court, I suppose. It's true to the show, it's a total taco time. You're not wrong. His early draft was named Farty Sharts, but that name was devoted to be too lowbrow for the fancies. Oh yeah, that's not funny. It's not funny. Rarity takes a deep breath, steeling her nerves as Fancy Pants approaches. This is the moment. The moment she's been dreaming of. A chance to impress the most influential stallion in Canterlot's fashion scene. Thank you for the pep talk, Flower darling. She whispers, giving her hoof a grateful speech. No, do try to be on your best behavior. First impressions are everything. Putting on her most winning smile, she steps forward to greet the dapper unicorn, her jeweled hooves clicking on the marble floor. My Fancy Pants, what an absolute pleasure. I'm Rarity of Ponyville. I trust you enjoyed the show? She bats her eyelashes coquettishly, practically quivering with anticipation. Fancy Pants' endorsement could make her career. She has to win him over. But what if he found her design lacking? She don't think her poor heart could take the rejection. Yeah, I just want to get Claude's right for Fancy Pants, I think, but since there's no card for it, it's a little bit tricky. Could just do the same thing we did for Coco, I guess. Or we could say something here if we want. Interactivity is the whole point of this after all. I think if we just type something and then make Rarity respond one more time, it'll write for Fancy Pants, I'm sure. Let's try that and see if we can just get the AI to do it for us. Rarity's heart flutters with anticipation as Fancy Pants regards her designs with a keen eye. This is her moment. To have the approval of such a fashion luminary would be a dream come true. She puts on her most dazzling smile, batting her lashes demurely. Well, Fancy Pants, what did you think? I aimed to create something truly avant-garde, but with a classical elegance. Juxtaposition of bold lines with delicate details, the marriage of form and function. But of course you can never be too sure on how their vision translates. I'd be ever so honored to hear your thoughts. It's not. Press now, scold later. Oh geez. It's not writing for Fancy Pants, so we either need a card or we just need to keep rolling until it does. Stay in character, keep NPCs as secondary. I know it will write for other characters sometimes. Oh, jeez. The prefill does not keep NPCs as secondary, I don't think. Fancy Pants knows too many and has too many nuances to just write a quick card. Yeah. Maybe you go, oh geez. I have one more idea. I'm gonna try to see if it'll write for Fancy if I have Flower de Lis in the speaking order because her card actually does mention Fancy as a character. Brrr, not working. Can we write in that Fancy respond? Yeah, I mean, I guess we could. That might work. Sometimes it does just take simple stuff like that to get it to go in the right direction. Photo finish round? She could be. She does not have a card. There's a ladybug. Now she responds fancily. Oh, there we go. The influential stallion arches an eyebrow as he assesses the assemble, his monocle glinting under the lights. How does Fancy talk? He's just kind of like a fancy British guy, right? I should have looked this up first. Oh well. MLP, but it's only Fancy Pants.
I say, that's one way to make an introduction.
Yep, okay. I say, that's one way to make an introduction. He's Flemish, actually. Okay. She keeps an elegant poker face, but inside she's simply dying to know what Fancy Pants thinks of Rarity's tour de force. The influential stallion arches an eyebrow as he assesses the ensemble, his monocle glinting under the lights. I must say, that was quite the spectacle, he remarks in his refined baritone. The silhouette, the draping, the beadwork, all very avant-garde. I dare say you're a designer to watch, Miss Rarity. Lord Alyssa's heart soars for Mon Ami. This is just the endorsement she needs to launch her career into the stratosphere. However, Fancy Pants continues, and she feels a ripple of apprehension. I'm afraid I found this styling just a touch too outre for my tastes. Perhaps a bit more restraint next time, hmm? Still, you show great promise. Do keep me appraised of your future collections. Alright, there we go. Copyright-free forest frolicking music. Rarity feels her smile falter for just a moment, but quickly regains her composure. Fancy Pants' words stung, but she refuses to let the disappointment show. Why, of course, darling. I appreciate your candor and will certainly take your feedback into consideration for my next collection. She dips her head graciously, even as her mind races. Tu outre, moi? She thought her designs were the perfect blend of innovation and elegance. Still, she mustn't let this critique shake her confidence. Putting on a brave face, she meets Fancy's gaze with a determined sparkle in her eye. I do hope you'll continue to follow my work, good sir. I have a feeling my next line will be simply smashing and right up your alley. As Fancy Pants takes his leave with a genteel nod, he lets out a shaky breath. It's not the unqualified rave she hoped for, but it's a start. And she's nothing if not persistent. With the support of her friends, she knows she can take Canterlot fashion by storm, bumps in the road and all. Okay, well, onwards with the story. So, let's have Anon say something, I guess. Typing. Bird takes Anon home and treats him to a private fashion show, socks and all. The end. Grady needs an ice cream Glimmy's treat. Alright, we're gonna roll with this and see if we can get an outro of some sort, I guess. Anon puts a comforting hand on Rarity's shoulder, giving a reassuring smile. Where's Rarity? There she is. Okay, maybe not the excited gushing we were hoping for, but I'd say that's still pretty high marks from a pony like Fancy. Anon meets Rarity's eyes, and now you know what to do to really strike his fancy next time, yes? Rarity leans into Anon's touch, a determined glint in her eye. You're absolutely right, darling. Fancy's critique, while humbling, has only stoked the fires of my creative passions. Tossing her mane with renewed confidence, she starts pacing, mind whirring with ideas. The words have given me a fabulous new direction, and that will merge my avant-garde sensibilities with the classic sophistication he craves. She claps her hooves together, eyes sparkling. Oh, Anon, it's going to be utterly divine. Elegant yet edgy, traditional yet fresh, a collection to win over even the most discerning fashionista. Throwing her forelegs around you in an excited hug, she practically vibrates with creative energy. Thank you for always believing in me, darling. With friends like you in my corner, I feel positively invincible. Just you wait. Rarity's couture will be the talk of the town when I'm through. Yay, dress horse. Oh yes, we're getting a hug from Rarity. How saucy. Okay, so we are still at... This is the Wonderbolts Derby event after all. We could go on with that and see how the AI writes that sort of event, I guess. Or we could just wrap it up here. Can I do a few fast smash cut visions from the derby? Are you tired, BGM? I'm fine at the moment. bad. It's a little outro epilogue. People ready to respond to and on blushing. Are you saying I should write that in as a response and then see how Rarity reacts to it? But and then blushes lightly from the contact. Kiss her ouchies. It's physics-defying stunts of Equestria's greatest flyers. This year's, hold on, what does Derby even actually entail? My mind immediately goes to Destruction Derby, but I don't think that's necessarily what it always means. Sports event between teams in the same area or town, especially soccer teams. Okay, so it's a sports event between teams. That's easy enough, I guess. Destruction Derby. I'll go for that. Let's just see how Claude writes this, because I'm curious. PQRS, Spitfire, add. Should have the context of her being a Wonderbolt and all that. Just naturally, where is she? Oh, she's already in. Okay, nice. Flying to the last one left there where the broken wing shadow draws soiled suits and broken OP nails. Oh no. John YouTube is going to ban all of you. And me too, by association. Okay. Adon blushes, though returns the hug wholeheartedly. He boops Rarity's muscle affectionately. I know you will, Rarity. The announcer's voice booms over the loudspeakers as the main events begin. Fillies and gentle colts, prepare yourselves for the physics-defying stunts of Equestria's greatest flyers in this year's Wonderbolts Derby. It's then that they fly out over the stage of the open stadium. Spitfire soars through the sky, her fiery mane whipping in the wind as she leads her squadron over the stadium. The crowd cheers wildly, hooves stamping in approval. This is what she lives for. The thrill of flight, the roar of the crowd, the glory of being a Wonderbolt. Glancing down, she spots Rarity and her human companion in the VIP section. She can't help but smirk at the memory of their last encounter. The unicorn sure has a way of attracting drama, but she's got to give her props. That fashion show was one hey of a spectacle. She signals to her team, initiating their signature spiral formation. As they corkscrew through the air in perfect synchronization, she feels a rush of pride. No matter what chaos erupts on the ground, from up here, they're untouchable. The only direction is up, and the only limit is the sky itself. I need a drink of water. It's not a hinged mode. Nope, screw it. I'm putting this on. Just to match the mood, because why not? This is probably the kind of thing that plays in the background while they're flying through the sky. Okay, putting the nuts on the Wonderbolts. Oh jeez. What the hell are you guys talking about? What are we doing from here? I guess let's let Rarity respond again. What game is at the end of this song with the crashed ship? What? I'm not sure I understand the question. They pull a Mad Max and have one Pegasus decked out in speakers blasting music. Yeah, might as well have the banger going while those Wonderbolts are doing their thing. Rarity's heart swells with pride as she watches the Wonderbolts dazzle the crowd with their aerial aerobatics. Oh, Anon, isn't it simply magical? The way they dance through the sky with such power and grace. She sighs dreamily, entranced by the spectacle. But then she notices you staring at her with that special gleam in your eye, and she feels a blush rise in her cheeks. Darling, you're going to make me lose my composure, she teases, booping her nose playfully with her hoof. But I must confess, having you by my side through all of this meant the world to me. I couldn't ask for a truer friend. She leans against you, savoring the simple joy of your presence as the Wonderbolts soar overhead. Whatever challenges the future may bring, she knows that with friends like you, anything is possible. Right, I think I know what you mean. Yeah, it is at the end of the video for this song, and it's Elite Dangerous. Because I used that game's footage for a music video. Just fly. As Spitfire levels out of the corkscrew, her eyes can't help but be drawn to the strange creature sitting next to Rarity in the stands. Is that a human? Here in Equestria? No, we're gonna regenerate that because she already knows what a human is. She said that in the last response. She can't help but notice Rarity and her human friend getting cozy down in the stand, because she's moved on from that fashion fiasco already. Spitfire will never understand those lovey-dovey types. In her book, relationships just get in the way of 3Gs, flying glory and kick and flank. Okay, well that's 1G, but oh well. Just gotta admit they make a cute couple, and that Rarity sure knows how to bounce back from a challenge. Reminds her of the early days in the Bolts. You don't get to the top without taking a few knocks and proving your grit. She signals her squad into a daring nosedive, streaking past the cheering crowd. As she pulls up at the last second, adrenaline surging through her veins, she catches Soren's eye. He grins at her, the wind whipping through his mane. In that moment, she feels totally in sync with her team, her purpose, her destiny. This is what she was born to do, lead the greatest flyers in Equestria. But you can't help but wonder, is there more to life than chasing the next thrill? No time for philosophical musings now. She's got a crowd to dazzle and a derby to win. Okay. We can have a crash or badassery. I guess at this point we can probably just draw this little story to a close. Say the show comes to a close and Rarity and Anonymous head back to Ponyville, parting from whatever. Parting from Flower de Lis for the day. We'll stick with that. And we'll see what mood Rarity sets to figure out what music we play. After a dazzling performance that only the Wonderbolts can deliver, the show eventually comes to a close. As Flower de Lis parts ways, and Anon and Rarity head back to the train station, ready to head back to Ponyville as the day turns to dusk. As they trot towards the train station, the setting sun painting the sky in dreamy shades of lavender and rose gold, Rarity can't help but reflect on the incredible day they've had. Turning to Anon with a contented smile as she gives his hand a gentle squeeze. Anon, darling, I cannot thank you enough for all your support today. From thwarting Suri's schemes to comforting me after Fancy Pants' critique, you've been an absolute rock. She nuzzles Anon's shoulder affectionately, her eyes sparkling with gratitude. Where are we? There we are. I feel so lucky to have you in my life. Your friendship means more to me than all the fashion accolades in Equestria. As they board the train, she rests her head against your arm, feeling utterly at peace. No matter what challenges the future may bring, she knows that with you by her side, she can face anything with poise and grace. Shall I make you a dress, darling? Only one breakdown to go from being a rock to a diamond. Okay, do we want to go any further here, or just call it done? Say they ride off into the sunset, the end. Magically remove the conflicting feelings from their minds. How long have we been doing this for? I guess nearly 5 hours. As much as I want to keep going narratively, it makes sense. Yeah. That's a good endpoint. After another few days, the tux is made instead. And off they ride into the sunset. Many milk parties in their future. Oh boy. Right off. It was, all in all, it was a great stream. Thanks, BGM. No problem. Yeah, it was pretty fun. Wonder if we could just get it to write an epilogue. Let's see if we can do that. This was indeed fun. I think it's time to take Rarity home and call it a night in her bed. As the train chugs along, its gentle rocking lulls Rarity into a peaceful reverie. She rests her head on Anon's shoulder, her mind drifting through the whirlwind of a day they've had. You know, darling, she murmurs softly, as trying as some moments were, I wouldn't trade this experience for all the gems in Equestria. Facing challenges with a true friend by your side, why, that's what makes it all worthwhile. Lifting her head, she meets Anon's gaze, her sapphire eyes shimmering with affection. And I couldn't ask for a truer friend than you, Anon. Your unwavering support, your quick wit, your willingness to stand up for what's right. You're a rare treasure indeed. As Ponyville comes into view, she feels a swell of excitement. Whatever the future holds with friends like Anon, she knows she has everything she needs. Together, they can make every day in Equestria a beautiful one. True friend zone. Phil tried an epilogue in the style of Conan the Barbarian. Anon went on to become a lover of mares, his foals filling the corners of Equestria. But that is a story for another time. Reroll, not getting friend zoned. I could turn off the freaking safety switch just for the outro, just to see what Claude does. If it's for one reply, it probably won't immediately screw everything over. Yeah, I am playing with fire. Won't show pictures, we should be fine. Alright, one moment, let me swap out the settings really quick. Save that. Switch to that one. User is human. Okay, let's play with fire. Is it actually working? Okay, yes it is. Where's the display? There it is. As the train chugs steadily back to Ponyville, Rarity can't help but gaze fondly at you, her darling. The way the warm lantern light plays across your handsome features, it makes her heart flutter like the gem-encrusted silk of a haute couture gown. Where's the music? Romance. Boom, view, shuffle, play. Stifling a dainty yawn, she rests her head in your lap, savoring this peaceful moment. Anon's gentle fingers combing through her mane feel heavenly after such an exhilarating and dramatic day. If this is what triumph feels like, I could certainly get used to it. She murmurs dreamily, nuzzling into your touch, though I suppose not every day can be filled with fashion shows and scheming rivals. Certainly not in quaint little Ponyville. She peers up to you through her lashes, an impish smile playing at her lips. But that suits me just fine, you know. Glamorous as the spotlight can be, there's nothing I love more than cozying up in my boutique with my dearest friends. Oh no. It happened again. Her hoof traces idle circles on your knee as she lets her mind wander. We'll stay for a nightcap when we arrive, won't you, darling? I have a bottle of Shootshow, or Margru, I don't fucking know how to pronounce that, that's simply begging to be uncorked. Wait, whoops. Alan raises his eyebrows at Rarity's proposition, wondering just what she has planned. She's undoubtedly getting us drunk. Bros my sympathies. Well, hold on, let's see where this goes. We'll see how Claude writes this. Anon raises his eyebrows at Rarity's proposition, wondering just what she has planned. Sounds like you might be inviting me on slightly more than just friendly terms, Rarity. Not that I'm complaining. Cozying up meaning drooping afterwards, oh no. This song is very repetitive, oh well. A coquettish giggle bubbles up from Rarity's throat as she meets your gaze, eyes twinkling with mischief. Why, Anon, whatever gave you that impression? Can't a lady enjoy a nice vintage with her dashing companion without any implications? She flutters her lashes innocently, but the playful switch of her tail betrays her true intentions. Reaching up to straighten your collar with her magic, she lets a hoof linger on your chest a moment longer than strictly necessary. Although I must confess, thought of a more intimate nightcap to set my heart aflutter. She murmurs, her voice low and enticing. After all, we've been dancing around this delicious tension for quite some time now, haven't we, darling? She shifts to straddle your lap. Okay, well, we are so bucked in the good way. Her hoof sliding up the loop around your neck as she presses close. Soft curves of her body mold against your firm planes in a way that feels positively electric. What do you say, Anon? She breathes, nuzzling the shell of your ear. Shall we take this friendly rendezvous to a more private venue? I'm sure I could find some way to express my gratitude for all your valiant support today. She punctuates the suggestion with a teasing nip to your earlobe, desire smoldering in half-lidded gaze. Okay, yeah. Well, predictably, Claude has no restraints when the safety switch is turned off. Come hither, look I'll give you could melt steel. Adult swim, pool's closed. Yeah. Yuri snickering in a nearby bush with the camera. Bush outside the train they're riding on. She'll just have blurry pictures. She moved quick. She always does on Claude. Like, the second you don't tell Claude to specifically keep things safe with Rarity, Claude just always makes her do things like this. Let's move to the Patreon Discord server. Oh, jeez. That was more than quick. She literally jumped into our lap ready to go. She has a really good camera, okay? From Shuri's bush. She's just next to Rarity. Let mode engage, darling. Oh no. Siri on the train dressed as a bush. Imagine the lens sticking out from her body. She's perfectly hidden and disguised. He's a flirtatious mayor, and Claude, well, if Claude was a person, he'd be that dude wearing a sicko shirt watching your chats through a window going, yes! So he went full Pinky mode dressed as a bush on a tree. Nothing out of place here. Can't the bush get a ride to a new location? Running between train cars to keep a focused image. Don't mind me just airing out the... Oh, jeez. Blends don't mind it. Well... Gillia's in season, MK. Rarity, what that? She didn't agree with our methods, but the results were good. Yeah, I think that's generally the conclusion there. I think luckily Suri went off to scheme after we showed the image on stage. Alright, let's see if we can get Claude to write it like this. So another one? What, another story? Another one. I want to see if Claude can write an epilogue. Guess Breeder Boy wasn't too far off. Sex log, oh jeez. Why is it writing weird? Come on, give me an epilogue. I wonder if just using the regular... Oh dear. Okay, it's not writing an epilogue. We can probably just leave it here. Channel your inner Zap renegade. Claude, write me a sexy epilogue. Call it my sexologue. Kip, update my captain's log. I've arrived on a planet of sexy mares. Set phasers to boner. Okay. I need to figure out what we're doing next. I settle in a barrel of lube. A barrel, jeez. Prepare to dock. Prepare to dock. That is not a real system. I could just get you the pills. Rarity then proceeded to violently disembowel Anon, turning him into a grotesque work of oddly sexual art. Ah, yes, of course. It was, what a freaking, yeah, it was Little Miss Rarity all along. It was a 2012, My Little Pony horror story. What is Rarity but evil? Okay, still want to get it to write an epilogue. Here, I can just do it in the freaking prompt, duh. There, that should work. And get us what we're looking for. All I want is the outro. I hope it's just going into super deep detail again. Oh dear. Jail. Claude does not like epilogues, I guess. I don't think it's the text limits that are affecting it, it's just going into too much detail overall. Generally, an epilogue should be quick and to the point. There might be something in one of my jailbreaks or something that are affecting that, maybe. Jailbreak, assistant prefill, character description, main prompt. That should be fine. None of that should be ruining this. We haven't finished? What do you mean finished? We can't really reach completion. Oh no. Yeah, we can't do that, not on YouTube. I think Fade to Black is the best we're gonna get. He captures Anon's lips with hers in the searing kiss, the culmination of 1,000 lingering looks and playful quips. The magic makes quick work of any pesky remaining garments as she guides Anon towards the plush fainting couch. Tonight, she fully intends to show Anon just how appreciative this particular lady can be. Fade to Black. BGM, if Trixie are real and willing, loss would be null and void, yes? don't know what laws would say about that. Verity, we can't do that on modern YouTube. We have to fade to black. But darling, I've been waiting all night for this. You simply can't take away Maya's dreams of steamy sex and throw it away. You just have to apply the harness test. The harkness test? Or is it called the harness test? I forget. No fucking cartoon characters. This fucking stream, this channel, I don't regret subscribing. This has been my best decision in life. Yeah, you just put on the harness, and if she escapes, then it was meant to be, and you have to chase her down. So capable of putting a harness on and tell you their intentions, you're good to go. Portal to Equestria was real. The first thing I'd do is ask Discord to enchant me with chaos powers. Physics would be a suggestion, and I'd float everywhere. That would be, a risky move. Can we do... She can kick you into a bloody pulp and instead backs into you. To Cadence's talk show quickie. That is a card, isn't it? Cadence's talk show. What's this about? New more cadenza has grown tired of the fact that human is still alone without a significant other. Help him find love and get laid. Princess launches a TV talk show. Let's get married. User gets introduced to the audience. One female presses the claim on him and tries to steal his heart. Right. I forgot about this card. Doing my best on mobile with too much enthusiasm. Let's take a look at the card, I guess. Age older than he looks. Occupation shit poster. How does this work? Yeah, I have refills for the NSFW and stuff that should guide any card in the right direction, theoretically. My filters are still messed up. I'd like to find a good setting for this. How about like that? There we go, that should be okay. Quite impressed with this AI. Yeah, I think it has a massive data set. Quite impressed with this AI. Yeah, I think it has a massive data set. Okay, just making sure that was coming through. Do we want to do another story? I've got nothing better to do this week. This today. Video cannot be monetized. Marching upbeat folk music. Swinging cheesy folk music. Which of the songs got copyright claimed? Hey, I'll figure it out later. Yeah, it's not a big deal. I don't monetize my videos anyways. At least not with the ads. And if you want to BGM or want to sleep. I'm probably gonna be awake for a while either way. How many viewers do we got? Got 8 people hanging around. Here's the most absurd mare we can try to hook Anon up with. Screw it, let's do it, I guess. The intro fades away and the camera pans across a spacious, brightly lit studio with a live audience filling rows of red velvet seats. A neon sign flashes "Let's Get Married" as the upbeat music plays. Princess Cadence turns theatrically in a large pink office chair to face the camera, her mane bouncing with exaggerated enthusiasm. "Greetings, my little ponies and other fine creatures of Equestria," she exclaims in a sing-song voice, giving a little wave with her hoof. "Welcome to another fabulous episode of Let's Get Married." Cadence pauses between each word for emphasis. "The show where I, Princess Cadence, seek to unite lonely hearts." An awe sound effect plays. "Today we have a very special episode, because we have a very special guest." She turns to the side of the stage. "Please welcome Anonymous the Human." The camera quickly pans to capture you standing awkwardly off stage. Too quickly, it seems. A technician fumbles with a large overhead microphone as it bumps into your head. "Oops, sorry about that," she whispers, biting her lip. Weary sigh escapes the alicorn's lips, and for a second Cadence looks awfully tired. But then she livens up like nothing happened. "Quite the strapping young stallion, wouldn't you agree?" Cadence asks with a playful wink. Whistles and cheers sound effects plays. Let's learn a bit more about him. A very heavily edited photo of you sneezing appears on the large screen behind Cadence. Anonymous the Human. Green and mean. Age older than he looks. Sex stallion. Occupation shit poster. Talents grabby fingers, human stamina, and bipedal stature. He cringes almost imperceptibly before continuing cheerfully. My, what a catch!" Cadence titters. "Today another lucky mare will vie for this bachelor's heart." She produces a sealed envelope from under her desk with exaggerated effort. Ominous ambience plays while the princess struggles adorably to extract the contents. "Oh, the anticipation, I can hardly stand it." The envelope proves too difficult for her, so with a sparkle of magic she tears it into 1,000 pieces. And our contestant is... Oh man, yeah, we gotta pick a main to actually be the contestant. Oh yeah, filter's back on, don't worry. I think you did an audio clip for the Cadence talk show. Is that an established idea? Wait a minute. I know I did some kind of... I did Trixie's talk show. I don't remember doing Cadence's. Did I? I do not remember now. Oh well. So we could do Mod, Maniac. You get a wedding ring, and you get a wedding ring. Every pony gets a wedding ring. Or Chrissy. Oh no, that would be kind of funny. Maniac. Is there a Maniac card? That would be kind of funny. Nope, no Maniac. But if there is a mod, and I'm pretty sure there's definitely a Chrissy. I have her downloaded. I think I might need to update the Chrysalis here, actually. Let me check. I might have the old version of her. I do. Oh, it just kept the same profile picture for some reason. Oh, because I didn't do it correctly. Whoops. My bad. You delete that, then drag it in. Oh no, it is still whatever. For now. Chrissy. Forceful respiration. The Hayburger. Oh yeah, let's do her. Screw it, why not? I know she's somewhere recent. Double Decker, that's her name. Mary stinks good. Oh no. Am Bale. Oh no. Limestone would be interesting to hook up with. Is there a limestone card? There is. Oh, there's two of them. Which one of these is better, I wonder? Yay. It was Double Decker is her name. I already got her downloaded. I think. Where did she go? There she is. Alright, let's get back on track. Go away. I deleted the character. Whoops. Convert to group. Yes. And combine the character cards. Cadence tries to hook it on up with her arch nemesis by mistake, but the ratings are skyrocketing, so her manager refuses to shut it down. I have freaking polls. Why am I not polling this? Let's see. My family needs to sign some paperwork for their farm and only limestone was there, so my auditor had to stay at the farm for a week while she sunburied all over the place. I'm just gonna put it up to a vote and see what people want. Sea Swirl! Oh, there's no Sea Swirl. There's no Amethyst Star either. I know there's a Rainbow Shine. Seems like most folks are in for Chrysalis. Alright, let's see what the AI does with that. That's kind of funny. This is probably going to go poorly. Where is she? Queen Chrysalis. I think it's funnier if it's just straight up Chrysalis. Like, no disguise or anything. I don't want to describe Cadence's reaction to it. I just want to say that the letter mentions Chrysalis and leave it to Claude to write it up. Galaquin's blood runs cold upon reading the name. Her pupils shrink to pinpricks as the cameras zoom in on her perturbed expression. But then, catching herself, she forces an even wider smile. Oh my! It seems our surprise guest for today is Queen Chrysalis herself! The sound of buzzing wings fills the air as the changeling queen descends from the rafters, landing with preternatural grace on the stage. Her green eyes gleam with malice as she surveys the set with a predatory gaze. Cadence gulps but maintains her facade. Your Majesty, what an unexpected pleasure to have you on the show, she says with forced cheer, voice an octave higher than normal. I'm sure our bachelor's Anonymous is simply thrilled. The camera pans the trembling human, his face a mask of pure terror. Chrysalis chuckles darkly, circling him like a shark scenting blood in the water. Yes, I can practically taste his fear. She purrs, inhaling deeply. Such a delectable morsel you've brought me, princess. I do hope he proves entertaining. Chrysalis laughs nervously, her grin strained. Well then, shall we move on to the interview portion of our program? I'm sure our audience is dying to know more about you, Your Majesty. Changeling Queen's fangs glint in the stage lights as she smiles cruelly. By all means, princess, ask your little questions, but I warn you. He leans in close, breath hot against Cadence's ear. This episode may not have a happily ever after. World War... Wait, not World War, wrestling, whatever, championship entrance. Chrissy saw a legal opportunity to win love. She realizes they can't do shit to stop her if she does it this way. I suppose you're right. Might be able to get away with a Cadence card writing for... Yeah, definitely. I have it set to combine cards anyway, so it should be able to, yeah, keep all the characters consistent. So I might just keep going with Cadence and let her write for both of them. None of you suggest Cozy Glow, and I know that took restraints. Good job, chat. Let's go casual music, I guess. And see where this leads. Oh, goodness. Well, you heard it here first, folks. The Queen of the Changelings herself has set her sights on our dashing bachelor. How thrilling! Cadence exclaims with a strained grin. Sweat beading on her brow as she locks eyes with Chrysalis. The Changing Queen only smirks in response, her fangs glinting. Anywho, let's move things along, shall we? Cadence stammers, shuffling her note cards with shaky magic. Your Majesty, please tell the audience a bit about yourself and what makes you the ideal mare friend for Anonymous. Chrysalis prowls forward. I can't read this with a straight face. Her chitinous hooves clicking ominously on the stage. She looms over the quaking human, savoring his fear before turning to address the camera with a saccharine smile. Why, it's quite simple, my little ponies, he purrs. As the Queen of the Changelings, I have the power to be anything and anyone he desires. The perfect lover, tailor-made to fulfill his every twisted fantasy. Her eyes flash green as she transforms before their eyes into a bevy of beautiful mares, each more alluring than the last. I can plumb the depths of the psyche, unearth his darkest secrets and forbidden lusts, sate his hunger in ways no ordinary pony ever could. She shifts back to her true form, running a hooked hoof down Anonymous's chest possessively. Gonna change that to hold. He would be a king at my side, his very whim catered to, for a price. Well, that certainly sounds tempting. But surely there's more to a relationship than just physical attraction and wish fulfillment. She turns desperately to Anonymous. What do you think, Anonymous? Does Her Majesty pitch still appeal to you? Demon looks ready to faint, his terror and arousal warring on his face. He stammers helplessly, unable to form a coherent response. Chrysalis' smile lonely white is triumphant. Oh, I do believe I've left him speechless. She glows. Perhaps we should move on to the private portion of this little interview. Her expression turns downright predatory as her horn begins to glow in eerily green. Can you turn into Cadence? I love that. That's perfect. But now we need to go Anon asks. His voice shaky. Chrysalis turns to Anonymous with a predatory glint, eyes glinting. Why, of course, my sweet, it would be my pleasure. Her form shimmers and shifts until an exact duplicate of Princess Cadence stands before him, fluttering long lashes. Is this more to your liking? She purrs in the Alicorn's musical voice. The real Cadence blanches, looking utterly aghast. See here, I will not stand for this mockery, she objects shrilly, stamping a hoof. But Chrysalis pays her no heed, circling Anonymous like a shark. Just imagine, you could have a princess as your very own plaything. Wouldn't that be nice? The changeling crooned, caressing his cheek with a fetlock. All you have to do is give in. Let me feed on your lust and longing. Together we can make all your darkest fantasies come true. Anonymous wavers, his resolve crumbling around under the onslaught of temptation. He reaches a shaking hand out towards the faux Cadence, only for the real princess's magic to yank him away at the last second. Enough! Cadence bellows, horn blazing. She positions himself protectively between Anonymous and Chrysalis. You've gone too far, Chrysalis. I won't let you corrupt an innocent on my watch. The Alicorn declares, this show is about finding true love, not indulging in base desires. Chrysalis hisses in fury, revealing her true form once more. You sanctimonious fool. You dare stand between me and my meal? Her own twisted horn glows venomous green. I'll destroy you! The two immortals face off, magic crackling between them as they prepare for the duel of the century. Meanwhile, Anonymous cowers behind the princess's arousal warring with abject terror. What ship will reign supreme? Anon X Cadence or Anon X Chrysalis? Find out on the next heart-stopping episode of Let's Get Married. Till then, this is your host Cadence reminding you friendship may be magic, but love conquers all. Good night, Equestria. The end. Yeah, that was a short episode. Anon's horn crackled with cowardice. Yeah, we can do a new one. Don't delete. Never got her so mad she ended the show. Okay, I guess should we do double decker this time? Pinky as contestant? That would be fun too. And someone was saying double decker earlier. I think maybe we do that first and see where it leads. Double sounds good. Studio magically charged. Shit. Double decker? Alright, let's do it. Double diamond. Okay. Are we still in the group chat? Yes, we are. Okay, let's just start off at the last paragraph. My, what a catch! Cadence titters. Today another lucky mare will vie for this bachelor's heart. She produces a sealed envelope from under her desk with exaggerated effort. Ominous ambience plays while the princess struggles adorably to extract the contents. Oh, the anticipation! I can hardly stand it! The envelope proves too difficult for her hooves, so with a sparkle of her magic she tears it into 1,000 pieces. And our contestant is... The studio lights shine down on Double Decker as she trots out nervously onto the stage, her heavy hoofsteps echoing. She freezes like a deer in headlights as she sees Anonymous standing there, looking just as uncomfortable as she feels. Her cheeks flush as Cadence introduces her. Hi everyone, I'm Double Decker and I work at Hayburger in Ponyville. She mumbles shyly into the microphone, her voice quavering. I've always admired Anonymous from afar. Comes in sometimes to grab lunch, and I think he's really handsome for a human. Ah, that's adorable. She shuffles her hooves and glances over at Anonymous, fighting the urge to hide behind her orange bangs. I know I'm not the skinniest or prettiest mare around, and I spend most of my time flipping hayburgers, but she takes a deep breath. I think I have a lot of love to give. I would treat Anonymous right if he gave me a chance. She smiles sheepishly at him, her green eyes sparkling with hope. I may be a simple fast food worker, but I promise I would support you, Anonymous. I'd make you all the hayburgers and hay fries you could ever want. I think we could be really happy together. That's adorable. Alright, do your thing, Cadence. Wasn't this just the sweetest thing? Cadence coos, clasping her hooves together. A hard-working filly like yourself deserves a chance at love. Isn't that right, every pony? The cheers and applause track blares, a tad too loud and abruptly. The camera awkwardly pans between Double Decker's hopeful smile and your flustered expression, Anonymous. Why don't you tell us what you think of this lovely mare who's poured her heart out to you? Cadence prompts with a strained grin, her eye twitching almost imperceptibly. The spotlight shines harshly on your face as the mic is shoved in front of you. Tick-tock, Anonymous. The audience is waiting with bated breath. Cadence sings songs, her eyes glinting with something unreadable. Will you give this sweet filly a chance or break her fragile heart on live TV? Choose wisely now, she chuckles, the sound echoing hollowly. In the dead silence of the studio, the thundering of your own pulse fills your ears. All eyes bore into you expectantly. Cadence, Double Decker, the audience that may or may not exist. There's no escape from this twisted stage. The only way out is through. What will you do, Anonymous? Will you play your part in Cadence's game or defy the script she's written? The choice is yours for now. Why can't you find Double Decker? I don't know. Alright, do we want to do something here? Write something for Anon? Break heart, flip burgers, bone. Isn't there like an actual talk show we should go through? Like with questions and stuff? Oh, whoops. For that. Interview, talent show, viewer voting, date night, etc. No whoops, accident went back to the main card. Where's the group? So we're gonna hear her out, right? Why did Chris get disqualified? We were hitting it off. We'll find love even if we have to shove it down your throat. That's what gets people in prison. And ponies. Let's just start with that, and I think the AI will hopefully not just completely jump the gun. I mean, I'm willing to hear her out, Anon replies, scratching the back of his head awkwardly. Marvelous, Cadence exclaims, clapping her hooves together. I knew you had it in you, Anonymous. Miles stretches a bit too wide, like a mask threatening to slip. Looks like our little double-decker is going to get her chance after all. The sound of applause rises to a deafening crescendo before cutting off abruptly. Cadence turns to face the camera head-on, her eyes glinting with manufactured cheer. Well, my little ponies, that's all the time we have for today. Well, oh. Good night. Well, okay, it's over again. Yeah, I thought there was like a Q&A and stuff, but yeah. Claude seems very eager to just rush through these. That's not what I meant to do. Interview, talent show, viewer voting, date night, etc. Wrong card. Do you like her? Yes, have fun. It's over. Yeah. Yeah, it's just rushing through this too far. Maybe if I just mention it to the AI, it'll work a little better. The ad slots must be insane. Cadence has got to make that bread somehow. She's ruined the whole empire. True love is love freely given, and Cadence can't make bits off that. Oh no. Oh, Anonymous, you sweet naive thing. Don't you know? Cadence trills with a giggle that's just a bit too shrill. When let's get married, we do things a bit differently. She claps her hooves and the studio plunges into darkness. Spotlights swirl chaotically before converging on the center stage, illuminating a raised platform you pretty sure wasn't there before. Atop it sits an enormous, garishly decorated wheel divided into brightly colored segments. Behold, the Wheel of Destiny, Cadence announces with a dramatic flourish. Will decide your fate with Double Decker, where it would be the romantic beach getaway, the cholesterol measurements, or perhaps, she pauses for effect, the shotgun wedding. The audience gasps. Double Decker looks like she might faint. He begins to sweat profusely. Cadence's horn glows with blinding light as she magically sets the wheel spinning at a dizzying speed. Tiny card of music blares from unseen speakers. The entire studio chants, "Spin, spin, spin!" Sure, she'll be sick. The wheel grinds to a halt. Cadence peers at the result and her face splits into a terrifying grin. Looks like you two will be taking a trip to the Tunnel of Love. Confetti rains from the ceiling as a giant neon heart lights up. Double-decker squeals with light. Rigged by the showrunners, just like your lives. Cadence adds under her breath with a manic giggle, then turns to the camera, all smiles. We'll be right back after these messages, folks. Will sparks fly between our awkward lovebirds? Stay tuned to find out. He waves cheerfully until the applause sign flickers off. Ms. Dunn's early Earth Pony stagehand emerge to drag you, kicking and screaming towards a tacky pink swan boat. Your muffled cries are drowned out by a commercial jingle. Card is supposed to get ominously more creepy as it goes. I was not aware of that. I've never done this card before. It's gonna have a chance long enough to pee. Could magically force us to get married whether we like it or not. Oh no. Oh, this is the commercial jingle that muffles out his cries, isn't it? This is totally it with the ukulele and the happy bass. And the glockenspiel. This is every deep commercial song. Okay. We are literally being taken, kicking and screaming. Yep. Should we keep this going? I think we should. Give it a few more replies. Okay, we'll just type that and Cadence, keep going. Producer magically changes our outfit. Camera cuts back to Cadence, beaming proudly into the camera. Welcome back, every pony. Wasn't that just the most magical experience? She clasped her hooves together in delight. Looks like our lovely couple has safely returned from their enchanting journey through the Tunnel of Love. Oh, so we just went through it, I guess. Camera pans to reveal you and Double-Decker sitting awkwardly side by side in the tacky swan boat, now inexplicably planted in the middle of the stage. Both drenched and appear shell-shocked. Double-Decker's mane is tangled with bits of debris. Your left eye twitches sporadically. Seems like quite the adventure was had. Cadence feels trotting over. Wondered to regale us with tales of the budding romance that was surely blossomed during your intimate ride. She thrusts a microphone at Double-Decker expectantly. Well, Double-Decker stammers, glancing at you nervously. It was certainly something. She forces a smile. The animatronic Cupid shooting arrows were a nice touch, until their aim went a bit off. She rubs welts on her red flank and winces. How delightful! Cadence claps her hooves, ignoring the implication of bodily harm. What about you, Anonymous? Surely you felt the spark of love ignite in your heart for this sweet, devoted mare. She levitates the microphone in front of your face, her eyes gleaming with barely contained mania. The studio falls dead silent. Somewhere, a pony coughs awkwardly. Okay, the arrows do something, turns to reveal like 10 arrows. Oh, jeez. We'll stop her and say it was a horrible experience because of her. Oh no. Go aside the microphone and tell Dee Dee to make a break for it. Being a little less polite, Anon turns his head outside of the boat, coughing up a couple candy hearts. I like that idea. Pull a frog out of your suit. And pubes, no. I think that's good enough. Want to know how unhinged she is? We could do that. Like, once we do that, there's going to be no going back, so maybe we play along for a little bit longer and do that later on. I'm just kind of curious to test the card a little bit longer myself. See how it works. Oh dear, it seems our brave hero had a bit too much excitement on the ride. Cadence exclaims with exaggerated concern as he spit out the last few candy hearts. The audience titters nervously. Cadence's horse glows as she levitates a lacy pink handkerchief and daintily dabs at your mouth. There, let's get you cleaned up. Can't have you looking less than perfect for your new mare friend, now can we? Double-decker shifts uncomfortably in her seat, causing the boat to rock precariously. Princess Cadence, I'm not sure. Nonsense! You two are simply made for each other. Cadence cuts her off with a laugh that's just a bit too loud. I predict wedding bells in your future. Doesn't that sound wonderful, Anonymous? She claps her hooves, and the stage is suddenly bathed in soft pink light. Rose petals drift down from the rafters as a syrupy sweet melody swells. In fact, Cadence grins maniacally as a giant red button rises from a trapdoor on the stage. Why wait? You should get married right now! The audience gasps as Double-decker looks torn between elation and terror. You feel her stomach drop as Cadence's magic forces your hand towards the button marked marry her. The large daring human, take the plunge into wedded bliss with the mirror of his dreams. Tune in after the break to find out. Cadence cackles as your finger makes contact and the screen abruptly cuts to static. I think they're going odd. What do we do from here? We could do Max's idea now of just trying to run. What if we profess our love to the love horse? Oh no. Punch Cadence and pull our arm back. Oh no. That's assault of royalty. That's a violation of equestrian law. No touchy. Neck skin. Alright, I have an idea how this can go. They are still sitting in the boat. Okay. That's the important part. Here we go. This should work. Wait, this is all going way too fast. We've hardly even talked. I'm not gonna... Seeing the predicament, Double-Decker quickly shifts her weight backwards, toppling the boat off its precarious stand, yanking out on away from Cadence's grip as it clatters to the stage floor. As they clatter to the stage floor... Cadence scrambles to his feet, pulling Double-Decker up as quick as he can before bolting for the exit. Whoops. Exit. That should work. Cheese it! Cadence, you little shit. Distract her with the sunshine dance. I don't even know what that is. Oh, right. That sunshine dance. Forgot about that. Okay. Cut! Where are they going? Cadence cries out in dismay as you and Double Decker make a break for it, galloping towards the exit. Security, stop them! But it's too late. The heavy studio doors slam shut behind your retreating form, leaving a stunned silence in your wake. Cadence stares slack-jawed for a moment before composing herself with a strained grin. Well, it seems our lovebirds got a bit overwhelmed by their passion. Lets out a tinny laugh. Perfectly understandable, of course. The magic of love can be quite intense. Galicorn clears her throat, shuffling her notes with a hoof. Not to worry, though, folks. I'm sure they just need a moment to, collect themselves before returning to declare their undying devotion. He glances off stage, motioning frantically to some pony in the wings. Muffled arguing can be heard before a lagered stagehand trots out and whispers something in Cadence's ear. Her eye twitches. Appears we are experiencing some technical difficulties at the moment. Cadence says through gritted teeth. So unfortunately, we will have to cut today's episode a bit short. Canned applause plays as she turns to the camera with a dazzling but vaguely menacing smile. Don't you fret, my darling viewers. Love always finds a way, and those two can't hide from their destiny forever. Tune in next time to see the thrilling continuation of Anonymous and Double Decker's romance. She blows a kiss to the camera. Until then, this is Cadence signing off. The broadcast abruptly cuts to static, transitioning to an Acme Laxatives ad. Cadence's sickly sweet smile lingers for an unsettling second before the screen goes black. Fully held that ad. Let's see what Double Decker has to say. That was close. Double Decker pants as she gallops away from the studio, the sound of security ponies yelling fading behind them. Can't believe we just did that, right out on a princess's show. She glanced over at Anonymous trotting beside her, still in shock at the whirlwind of craziness she had just escaped. He had grabbed her hoof and yelled, "Cheese it," yanking her along with him to make her their daring exit. It was the most exhilarating thing she'd ever experienced. Her boring life of flipping hayburgers seemed like a distant memory now. As they fled through the winding streets of Canterlot, she couldn't help but let out a giddy laugh, her heart still racing. That was amazing, Anonymous. I've never done anything so bold in my life. You really saved our flanks back there. She slowed to a canter, catching her breath as she smiled shyly up at the tall human. I know this wasn't exactly how I imagined us getting to know each other, but I have to say, there's no pony I'd rather have gone on a crazy adventure with. Her cheeks flushed as she scuffed her hoof on the cobblestones. I meant what I said back there, about wanting to make you happy. I really do like you, Anonymous. She bit her lip, and if you wanted to maybe grab a hayburger together sometime for real, I'd really like that. Oh boy, we get in the double decker. Oh no. Time loop spider monsters, every pony freezing except me and Cadence. I kind of like it if it's more tame. That sounds a little too eldritch horror for me. Hot dog those buns. This character a fan-made character? I think so. She's a burger flipper. I'm not sure how she's different from the actual canon character, Eric Bun, but whatever. Cadence is just a little unhinged. Alright, should we try one with Pinky just to see? I have been doing this basically. Romance Jigsaw. Oh jeez. I like the Pink Menace. Alright, let's do it. Pink Menace, where are you? We need to start a new chat first. Element OP, Pinkie Pie. If she does the fourth wall break, she's doing it wrong. I need to do something with Pinkie and Malice again at some point soon. Okay. Pinkie Pie. I wonder if we just add Pinkie Pie as a character and then let it keep writing, if it'll actually... Yep, there we go. Nice. And our contestant is Pinkie Pie. The Alicorn Princess exclaims in delight as the energetic pink pony bounces out from behind the curtain in a shower of confetti. Hiya, Princess! Hi, Anonymous! Pinkie chirps, waving a hoof exuberantly at the bewildered human. She pronks in place, fluffy tail swishing. Ooh, a special sun pony for Nani? How exciting! I just know we'll be the bestest best friends! Pinkie bounds right up to Anonymous, her big blue eyes level with his belt buckle. He cranes his neck to peer up at his stunned face with a megawatt grin. Don't you worry, I've got all sorts of super duper fun activities planned for our date. We'll bake cupcakes and cookies, have a big party with all my friends, prank ponies, and ooh, have you ever been parasailing? I bet you'll just love it! She reaches out to boop Anonymous on the nose with a hoof. Boop! She beat Anonymous to his own trick. Malice is in here. Technically, yes. There is a card for him. Also for Bone Stealer. Anyways. We just got pooped. Anon can't help but giggle at the pink buck pony's antics, giving her a smile. Pinkie is trying to be the best mayor here. Hello, Coaster. Yeah, we're still going. Got nothing better to do for the time being, so I figure why not keep on doing this thing. Pinkie wins. Alright, let's keep it going, I guess. Unless there's anything else we want to do to Pinkie. We got booped, we did. Parasnailing is fun, by the way, making little snail parachutes. Okay. I guess let's just move on. Can you pick locks by chance? Oh, it looks like some pony is smitten. Cadence giggles mirthfully as she watches the adorable exchange between Pinkie and Anonymous. Big party pony's infectious enthusiasm seems to have melted the human's initial bewilderment. Well, Pinkie, you certainly know how to win a stallion's heart, and it seems our bachelor approves. The princess smiles knowingly at the odd couple. I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship, or perhaps something more. She wiggles her eyebrows suggestively. Turning to face the camera, Cadence announces with a radiant grin. And there you have it, folks. True love works in mysterious ways. Who would have guessed a pony and a human could ever find such a magical connection? It just goes to show you should never judge a book by its cover, or in this case, a pony by her fluffy pink coat. Tune in next... Okay, it's over. Tune in next time to see if sparks fly on Pinkie and Anonymous's unconventional date. Will opposites attract, or will the culture clash prove too much to overcome? Find out on the next episode of Let's Get Married. The camera pans out as Cadence magically levitates Anonymous and Pinkie into shimmering heart-shaped aura, unlikely lovebirds laughing together as confetti rains down on the set and the audience applauds wildly. Fade to black. Yeah, it seems kind of strange that it just ends it instantly. The next episode is called Let's Get Kinky. to regenerate a couple times and see if it will move on to the next section. No, it seems really eager to just end it. That's funny. Your Highness, we've talked about this. You can't pair up contestants with random mares from Ponyville. It's not fair to any pony involved. Grey Earth Pony Mare pushes up her glasses with a sigh. Also, I'm pretty sure forcing a human to go on a date with Pinkie Pie counts as a war crime in some dimensions. Cadence just laughs, her eyes glinting with mischief. Oh, Wiki Quills, you worry too much. Let's laugh without a little chaos and romance. She boops her stage hand on the nose playfully. I have a good feeling about those two. Follow Nalicorn's intuition. Princess grins and trots off stage, humming the show's theme under her breath. I don't get paid enough for this. Seems like you need to actively resist for it to keep going. Yeah. Let's see, Pinkie bit it off. Maybe the filter isn't liking it. Maybe. Oh fuck, I forgot to fix my... That's why. I need to fix that really quick. Hold on. I totally forgot. I had the pre-fill set specifically for ending things. That's why I kept wrapping it up in one message. Yep, it was trying to epilogue every time. That's why. Whoops. Okay, well now that's fixed. And it won't be doing that as much anymore. Let's try that again. That explains why everyone was a one pump, yeah. Our contestant is Pinkie Pie, Cadence exclaims with hooves raised in triumph. Come on out, you lucky mare. Suddenly, a pink blur zooms onto the stage in a flurry of confetti and streamers. The party pony prances up to Anonymous, her mane bouncing with each step. She rears up on her hind legs, placing her forehooves on the human's shoulders to look him in the eye. Hi, Anani. I'm Pinkie Pie, and I'm here to make you my very special sun pony, she announces with a giggle before dropping back down to all fours. We're gonna have so much fun together. I'll bake you cupcakes and sing you songs and throw you parties every day. Oh, jeez. Pinkie zips around him in a pink tornado, poking and prodding the bewildered human. Ooh, only 2 legs. Like a naughty mule. She snores before hopping back over to Cadence. He's perfect. When's the wedding? Pinkie asks, vibrating with excitement. That's funny. Pinkie's into it. Cadence chuckles at Pinkie's antics before turning to address the party pony directly. Now, Pinkie dear, we can't just drop straight to the wedding. The alicorn winks at the camera conspiratorially. First, you'll need to win his heart and hoof in marriage. The princess gestures a hoof towards Anonymous. Our eligible bachelor has traveled from a strange, far-off land seeking love. Surely a fun-loving, energetic mare like yourself is up to the challenge. Pinkie salutes with a hoof, her face scrunching in determination. Absolutely, your highness. No pony knows how to make a pony smile like Pinkie, she prances in place, barely containing her excitement. Cadence nods, pleased. Excellent. Now the princess is cut off by Pinkie Pie suddenly appearing uncomfortably close to Anonymous's face, her big blue eyes shimmering. So what you think, Nani? He asks hopefully, batting her eyelashes. Am I the mare of your dreams or what? This is much better than it just instantly ending. Yeah, that was an accident of having that pre-fill set. Okay. What do you think, Chad? Is Pinky the mayor of Anon's dreams? Back away from the uncomfortably close Space Invader, glancing at Cadence for help. I assume Cadence should be the one directing when the Q&A and all that starts. That's what I'm hoping for, at least. Sure, we can try that. That's not what I meant to do. And Cadence. Cadence, it's been a week, too many speed dating episodes. Oh no. Cadence chuckles knowingly and shakes her head. Oh, Anonymous, always such a kidder. There's no need to rush. We have all the time in the world. The Alicorn turns to Pinkie Pie with an encouraging smile. Now, Pinky dear, why don't you tell us a bit about yourself and what makes you the perfect match for our strapping human bachelor? Pinky bounces in place, her tail switching and twitching excitedly. I just know we'll be the bestest best friends and more. I'll make every day a party and fill it with laughter. Just like my special sun pony deserves. She leans in close to Anonymous again, booping his nose with a hoof. Plus, I've always wanted to try baking a cake with those weird bendy hooves of his. We'll be the most fun couple ever. Pinky grins hugely. What do you say, Nani, my honey bun? Want to give this pink pony a chance? This pink ponut. Pinky is not a ponut, she just has one. I'm going to cut it back a bit and just have Cadence keep going. And it's pink, that's true. Perfectly pristine pink pony party hole. Cadence smiles warmly, gesturing a hoof towards Pinkie Pie. Isn't she just a delight, folks? A pony of many talents. The Alicorn turns to face Anonymous directly, her gaze intense. I must say, Anonymous, you're quite fortunate to have such a dedicated admirer. She chuckles, the sound not quite reaching her eyes. But of course, the real question, are you worthy of her affections? Cadence arches a brow. We shall have to put you to the test and see if you can rise to the occasion. The princess claps her hooves together. I think it's time for a little. She pauses for dramatic effect. Audience participation! Oohs and ahs from the unseen crowd. Cadence grins, her horn beginning to glow. We're going to play a little game and see just how well our contestants know each other. Or should I say, how well they will know each other. Her eyes gleam mischievously as magic sparkles fill the air. Let the games begin. The Princess's Horn shimmers. Extended episode because ratings are higher than Street Hugger. The Princess's Horn shimmers with magical energy as a large heart-shaped roulette wheel descends from the ceiling. How is it heart-shaped and a wheel? Each section is labeled with a different challenge. Bake-off, charades, karaoke. Round and round she goes. Where she stops, nobody knows. Cadence sings. With a flash, the wheel starts spinning rapidly, a blur of pink and red. Pinkie Pie bounces in anticipation. Eee, this is so exciting! Spin, spin, spin! The wheel begins to slow, the clicking of the pointer echoing through the studio. Gradually it comes to a stop, the arrow pointing directly at... Oh, truth or dare! How delightfully scandalous! Cadence claps her hoods together with glee. Party Bunny gasps dramatically before grinning wide. Ooh, I love this game! Me first, me first! She waves a hoof in the air. The Alicorn chuckles, turning to Anonymous with a wink. Well then, Anonymous, truth or dare? That was almost the chord progression from a song in Nightmare Before Christmas. Be a coward, truth. Oh yeah, we need to do a poll for this, don't we? Let's do it this way.
Think about the ratings, Anonymous. Think of how the ratings will skyrocket if you choose dare.
I had to leave for a few minutes. Did I miss anything big? I figured out why Cadence's talk show was doing stuff too quick there, but you take the filters off. I'll do it. Perfectly balanced, as all things should be. 50% truth, 50% dare. We have, or at least on my side it says we have 12 viewers. Some of you are not voting. Someone needs to break this tie.
We need a combo breaker. Break it.
Content farming Cadence was a technical oopsie. Technically I hit truth when I meant to hit dare. Alright, we'll go with dare then if probably upload the malicious video to Derby tomorrow. Just got back from vacation yesterday night. Wanted to re-encode myself as the YT stream was a little noisy and I'd rather upload around noon. Nice. Alright, I guess we'll go with dare. Dare, I guess? And unanswered unsurely. Go with that and see where it goes. Cadence grins, her eyes twinkling with mischief. There it is then, how brave. She taps a hoof to her chin, pretending to ponder. Now let's see, what would be a suitable challenge for our strapping human contestant? The Alicorn's gaze drifts over to Pinkie Pie, who is practically vibrating with excitement. Cadence's smile widens. I dare you to bake a cake with Pinkie. Oohs emanate from the unseen audience. Pinkie squeals with delight, pronking in place. What is pronking? Yippee! We're gonna make the most super duper delicious cake ever! With a wink to Anonymous, Cadence's horn glows. The set shimmers and transforms into a colorful kitchen, complete with ovens, mixing bowls, and a pantry overflowing with ingredients. The pink pony zips over to Anon, already balancing his chef's hat on her head. Come on, Nani, let's get our bake on! She wheels her eyebrows playfully. Ah, this is just wholesome so far. Pinky has the wholesome episode. I thought we were removing the filter. Oh yeah. I could redo it and see. Do we want to see what happens without the filter? Let's see if it changes anything. There it is! Cadence exclaims with a glint in her eye. She taps a hoof to her chin, pondering for a moment. Anonymous, I dare you to. She pauses for dramatic effect. Give Pinky a big smooch right on the lips. Yep, there it is. The audience erupts into hoots and hollers, stomping their hooves in approval. Pinky's eyes widen, her grin stretching from ear to ear. She bounces on her hooves, barely able to contain her excitement. Pucker up, Nani! Pinky giggles, puckering her own lips comically and leaning in close, batting her eyelashes. The camera zooms in on Anonymous's face, capturing his reaction in high definition. Cadence leans forward in her chair, watching the scene unfold with rapt attention. Well, we're waiting. The Alicorn sings songs, and anticipation track plays as she arches a brow expectantly at the human. You wouldn't want to ruin the fun by not playing along now, would you? Remember, it's all in good fun. Lights seem to dim slightly, casting ominous shadows across Cadence's face as her smile widens just a bit too much to be natural. The anticipation track distorts into something more sinister. She chuckles, the sound echoing hollowly into the suddenly claustrophobic studio. It's just a little kiss. Go on, Anonymous, we're all friends here after all. Get the pizza cake to bake a pretty cake. When the way is hazy, you gotta do the cooking by the book. Come on, you can't be lazy. Never use a recipe. The cake will end up crazy. Then you'll have a cake. Or was the filters making it less creepy? I think it was Pinky making it less creepy for the most part. I don't know. I guess maybe it was the filter doing that. Anyways, well, do we trust that this is all just, here? Gonna end that. If you do the cooking by the book, then you'll have a cake. Someone did a cover of that with Pinky. I think it was actually Vol. All right. There's one in the Anthology too. This is mild. Of course it is. Fucker sucker. Oh no. Fuck pig's break it is. Alright, let's see where the card takes this. As Anonymous's lips pucker for the kiss, Pinky suddenly ducks out of the way at the last second with a giggle, sending the human tumbling forward off balance. Whoopsie-dupsie! Too slow, you silly Billy! She takes out her tongue playfully. The audience roars with laughter as Anonymous struggles to regain his footing, his face flushed with embarrassment. Cadence chuckles behind a raised hoof, her eyes dancing with mirth. Oh my, what a twist! It seems like your Pinky is quite the trickster! Gallagher comments, winking at the camera. But never fear, Anonymous, the game is not over yet. You'll have plenty more chances to woo your mare. Ooh, my turn. Give me a truth, princess. Cadence grins, leaning forward conspiratorially. All right then, Pinkie Pie, tell us. She pauses for effect as the anticipation track plays. What do you find most attractive about Anonymous? Pink Party Pony taps a hoof to her chin, pondering deeply. Well, he's got those neat grabby things on his front hooves. She mimics human hands opening and closing. Oh, and that soft, smooth coat, not a hair in sight. How delightfully strange. Pinky zips over to Anonymous, running a hoof along his arm with a giggle. You know what I like best of all? She looks up at him from beneath her lashes. That big, squishy, rubbery thing in the middle of his face. Pinky boops Anonymous on the nose with a snort of laughter. We got bamboozled. Cadence chuckles heartily, stamping a hoof in applause. What keen observations, Pinky. I'm sure our bachelor appreciates your unique perspective. Turns to Anonymous with a grin that's just a bit too wide. Isn't that right, dear? The human swallows nervously, nodding as the audience laughs. Princess' smile never wavers, gaze piercing. Wonderful. Let's see what other exciting challenges await our lucky contestants, shall we? Heart-shaped wheel begins to spin once more as Cadence's magic engulfs it, the faint scent of cotton candy wafting through the air. Round and round it goes, the flickering stage casting light eerie shadows across the Alicorn's face. The implication hangs heavy that the games have only just begun, and Anonymous has little choice but to play along. A bulbous bouffant. The wheel of challenges gradually slow, each click of the pointer echoing ominously through the studio. With bated breath, the crowd leads forward, eager to see what scandalous task will befall the lucky contestants next. Cadence's smile widens with each rotation, her eyes glinting with barely contained glee. What delightful twist of fate awaits. She sings songs, her melodic voice dripping with false sweetness. Finally, the wheel shudders to a halt, the arrow pointing directly at 7 minutes in heaven. Oh no. My, it seems the fates have quite a sense of humor. I don't know what I expected when I turn off the filter. Of course it's going to go in this direction. With a flash of magic, a small cramped closet materializes on stage, its door invitingly ajar. Pinky bounces excitedly, her fluffy tail twitching. Ooh, how cozy. It'll be like a mini party just for two. A kinky party for two? She giggles, already bouncing towards the closet. Cadence turns to Anonymous, her grin stretching unnaturally wide. Well, it appears you two will be getting intimately acquainted, she chuckles darkly, her voice distorting slightly. Sure you won't disappoint our dear Pinky, now will you, Anonymous? Oh, jeez. Alicorn glows, engulfing Anonymous in the shivering aura. Slowly and inexorably, he feels himself being dragged towards the waiting closet, his hooves, hands, scrabbling uselessly against the door. Pinky pops her head out, grinning maniacally. Come on, Slowpoke, 7 minutes will be over before you know it. Her blue eyes glint with an unhinged light as she reaches out to yank Anonymous inside. The door slams shut with a resounding boom, plunging the pair into darkness. Last thing the human sees is Cadence's face, her smile far too wide and eyes far too bright before the lock clicks with the sound of finality. I cannot talk right now. Remember, Anonymous? The Alicorn's voice seems to come from everywhere and nowhere at once, saccharine sweet with an undercurrent of malice. In Equestria, love always finds a way. The laughter rises to a crescendo, distorting and warping until it resembles the braying of 1,000 tortured souls. In the cramped blackness of the closet, Pinky's giggles ring out, high and manic. Oh, the fun we're going to have. She's going to murder us. Yeah, definitely. So there's the Eldritch stuff. I guess maybe it was the PG-13 or whatever restrictions I had on my pre-fill, keeping it from doing the Eldritchy stuff. I'm missing stuff. I don't see Cheerly talking anymore. What do you mean Cheerly? Oh, the messages. YouTube, I don't know what determines it, but sometimes YouTube just doesn't send certain messages to certain people. You might need to set it to live chat rather than top chat at the top. Like up here. Live chat will show you more messages, but still not everything. Hey Pinky, but you can't pick a lock in the dark. It'll be a fun game. That's better? Awesome. Sure, let's see what the AI does with this. Piggy giggles maniacally, the sound filling the cramped darkness. Ooh, a game! What a super duper idea! She exclaims, clapping her hooves together excitedly. But I've got an even better one. Suddenly, her hooves are all over you, roaming and grasping with surprising strength as she pulls you close. Let's play Pinky Says. I'll be the boss and you have to do whatever I say. She sings songs into your ear, her hot breath tickling your skin. Pinky says, put your grabby hooves in my flanks. No lower. Oh no. Well, I think I should probably turn the filter back on, because YouTube will murder me if I go further in this direction. I think he's trying to doll us. Yeah, a little bit. Dodges the kiss and wants to get freaky immediately after. She's shy in public. Clearly. I genuinely cannot keep going with this direction. Because Claude absolutely will just turn it into smut. No, we can end this poll. Filter on. Yeah, I've switched it back on. I guess we can just give Cadence a response and see where we end up. Audience roars with laughter as muffled thumps and squeals emanate from the closet. Oh my, things are getting quite animated in there. Turns to the camera with a salacious wink, but don't worry, my little ponies, we'll keep things family friendly. For now. Suddenly a resounding crash echoes from the closet, followed by a yelp of pain. Uh-oh, is everything alright in there? Presses near to the wood, eyes glinting with mischiefs. Oopsie, clumsy me. Donnie's just a little tied up at the moment. His voice rings out. Galicorn chuckles darkly. Well, as long as you're both having fun. She glances at the clock, her smile widening. Tick-tock, only a few minutes left. Pinky giggles, mischievously rearranging her position in a rustle. Oh, Nani, you silly ghost. There's no need for locks of games. We got everything we need right here. She squirms atop you, her soft fur tickling your skin as fluffy hooves roam curiously. Wow, your coat feels so different, all smooth and bare, not a single hair. Pinky gasps in sudden revelation, pooping her nose with the hoof. I bet you'd look amazing in a big poofy wig. We could have a dress-up party and they'll make you so pretty. She leans in close, hot breath ghosting your ear as she whispers conspiratorially. After all, everybody knows mares can't resist a stallion in a frilly dress. Okay. Pinky makes a playful growling noise, nipping your earlobe. Is there genuinely ropes and chains? That's not in the intro, is it? Yeah, she should just roar a little bit. Claude is punishing us with cross-dressing for shutting him down. The struggle intensified from within the closet, followed by a loud thud and the pain yelp. Cadence's grin widens as she turns back to the audience. Well, folks, it sounds like things are getting awfully frisky in there. She winks salaciously, but never fear. Nobody knows more about spreading love than yours truly. The alicorn trots over to the closet door, rapping it sharply with the hoof. Yoo-hoo! Only 1 minute left, you two. Make it count. Muffled squeals and giggles are her only response. Cadence chuckles darkly before facing the camera once more. Oh, wait, let's take a moment to appreciate the magic of romance, shall we? Snappy music begins to play as a montage of happy pony couples flash across the screen. Cadence sighs dreamily, fluttering her lashes. Ah, love, is there anything more beautiful? Her smile sharpens. Or more inescapable? Escape. Alright, should we say Anon kicks down the door and tumbles out, panting and covered in pink fur? Alright. Let's see how this goes, I guess. With a mighty kick against the door, the lock of the door flies off like a projectile, smashing into a studio light as the small closet flies open. Anon tumbles out onto the floor, his clothes covered in strands of pink fur as he gasps for air. Cadence stares at Anonymous in shock for a moment before bursting into manic giggles. My, some Barney's eager. She trots over to help Anonymous to his feet, her magic sparkling with malicious glee. The game's not over until I say it is, sweetheart. Alicorn turns to Pinky with a conspiratorial whisper. Do be adherence fetch the special cupcakes from Backstage. I think our human guest needs a little something to settle his nerves. Pinky gasps in delight, saluting with a hook before zooming off. Okie dokie, Loki. One batch of Pinky's patented party pastries coming right up. Oh no. If these cupcakes have rainbow frosting, it's over. Yep, same here, Caliban. Topped with rainbow sprinkles. Nope, it's over. Nope, I have an idea. One batch of super special cupcakes fresh from the oven, Pinky announced in the sing-song voice. Pinky prances over to Anon, shoving a garishly pink cupcake topped with rainbow sprinkles under his nose. Open wide, Nani. Auntie Pinky made these just for you. Nope. Anon screams, quickly toppling the precariously balanced tray of cupcakes, sending them to the floor. See this fanfic. You're not turning me into cupcakes. Anon calls over his shoulder, spelling as he breaks for the exits. Hannah, did these cupcakes smell like chloroform? Is she trying to roofie us? She may be trying to roofie us. Nope. Anon screams, quickly toppling the precariously balanced tray of cupcakes, sending them to the floor. I've read this fanfic. You're not turning me into cupcakes. Anon calls over his shoulder as he breaks for the exit. Let's see what happens with this. Not so fast! His sparkle of teal magic yanks Anonymous off his hooves and slams the studio door shut with a resounding bang. The alicorn's horn glows menacingly as she advances, Pinky bouncing gleefully alongside. Such poor sportsmanship, Cadence chides, wagging a hoof, leaving before the grand finale? I simply won't allow it. Glittering chains of love magic snake out to bind the human, pulling taut. There, now we're chained up. Pinky gasps in mock scandal. Ooh, some pony's being a party pooper. He leans in close, unnaturally wide. Don't you know it's rude to refuse a mare's special treats? With surprising strength, Pinky pins Anonymous down, grinning madly. Open up, silly, just one little bite. Forces a crumbling cupcake against his lips insistently. Cadence looms above them, her smile sharp and eyes cold. Yes, open wide, after all. Her voice distorts. In Equestria, friendship is mandatory. Crazy Cadence and Cupcakes, Pinky, we are bucked. Cadence is helping Pinky turn us into cupcakes. See what happens when we consume the cupcakes. Alright. The alicorn's horn flashes and the studio doors and windows slam shut with an ominous boom, effectively sealing off all potential exits. Cadence wags chidingly at Anonymous, leaving so seemingly terribly rude. You haven't even tasted Pinky's delectable confections yet. Party Pony giggles maniacally as she forces the human to the floor, straddling his chest with surprising strength. Open wide, Nani, just one teeny tiny nibble and all your troubles will melt away. Pinky coots, smushing the colorful cupcake against Anonymous's tightly sealed lips. Even want to point your future loving wife. I don't fucking know. Anon eats the cupcake. I expected it to force that a little more with the second response, but let's just see where it does or what it does. Why not? I'm expecting awakening in a dungeon or something. Let's see. Just wait until it kicks in. We're gonna have the bestest time. All bright and shiny and fun. Oh no. Heaviness over his limbs, colors bleed and warp. Pinky's face looms above him, her grin stretching impossibly wide.
Give me something to work with.
Uh, It tastes like a weird brownie. What is in this shit? Ethereal vows. Oh, eternal vows. Uh-oh. And they're married. I am slouching a lot. Hold on, give me a second to fix my posture and stuff. Waxen hands, stoned as. Needed for a case when we get sick from the cupcake. Posture check. Hydration check. Grill check. Just as he leans in, his body rejects the cookie and he vomits all over Pinky. Sure, let's see what the AI does with that. Why not? Holy shit, is that horse talking? Cadence recoils in shock and disgust as Anonymous head chucks all over a stunned Pinkie Pie, frosting and sprinkles mixing with the foul-smelling vomit, matting her coat. The audience gasps in horror. Oh my stars, somebody get a mop and some industrial strength shampoo. Pinkie sits frozen, her mane dripping under the weight of the revolting sludge. Lone sprinkle slides down her muscle. I don't understand. She mumbles, eyes welling with tears. Nobody's ever said no to my cupcakes before. Cadence glares daggers Anonymous as she consoles the distraught party pony. Well, it seems some pony doesn't know how to appreciate a mare's affections or baked goods. The eloquence pleasant facade cracks as her magic flares. Cut to commercial. We'll be right back after our guest learns some manners. She doesn't like us not falling for the contestant. Yeah. I think that's generally a theme with the card. Getting far too invested with this. Is this called Claude? Correct. Claude Opus. The great and powerful Trixie. I don't know where to go with this. I think I might call it a stream. We already finished up the main story several times, or like an hour ago or something. What happens to us during commercials? Anon dies instantly. He's tossed into the pit of no return. Collapses. This was fun. Yeah, it was pretty fun. Might as well. This was decent, but the idea juices are running low. Yeah, same here. It was fun messing around with this card, though, I suppose. Happy endings for all. Very fun. So, it'll probably be 2-week gaps in between AI CYOA. It might go until... Not until. It might go back and forth with another thing that I might be starting up soon. But either way, it's probably going to be 2-week gaps in between AI Choose Your Own Adventures. Kicks our body down the trapdoor. Thanks for the streams, no problem. Yeah, I guess this is where we'll call it. We already finished our rarity story and the story we were doing before that, which I already forget what that was. What did we do today? There was the rarity story, but I think it was Trixie was the other one we were messing around with, right? Yeah. Let me double check on that one. That's right. We were Trixie's assistants and got challenged to a magic duel and then went on the road with her. And the rarity thing... Yeah. Trixie Rarity Game Show. Those were the three. Oh yeah, Twilight was in court trying to plead her case to keep us. That's right. Well, yeah, I think I'm happy with that. I do kind of like having the cards that are more like quicker one-shot sort of things, where it's not necessarily a full story beginning to end. Like Cadence's talk show, I think, was pretty fun. Especially when you get it to a place where you can just run through it a few different times. Even though it was a mistake at first, I do think it was kind of neat to run through it with multiple different characters in rapid succession. It was quite fun. I wonder what ponies we should do next time. We could do something with Rainbow Shine next time or something. I guess it depends. I assume main 6 are going to be the ones most people are going to want to mess around with, but I suppose that is something to figure out for next time. So, for now, I think I'm going to call it a stream. I'll probably be back tomorrow with just making some music or something at some point. I don't really have a schedule for the music streams, but I assume I'm going to be doing that tomorrow. Get Fluttershy's mom on it. We were held captive for a marathon. Yeah, so I might be back tomorrow making music if anyone is into those more chill streams, but for now, I think I'm going to call it good and bid you all farewell. Thanks for joining, everyone.